Good evening, folks. I've been down the plot about an hour today and I wasn't planning on doing any recording, but an hour in and I thought you might want to see what's been going on. A lot of weeds have been growing and I've not recorded in about 9 days, and 9 days is a long time for a weed. So I'll do a bit more of the work around here and I'll show you around before I go. Catch you later. Right, filming this part of the allotment for the purpose of shaming myself. Look at the state of that. I'll get it done now. One of the reasons I said about this vlog is to look back and look at what's happened. So with that rocket looking fantastic, a bare patch here, nettles, and then an abundance of mint. Nobody needs that much mint. So I'll get some of that mint dug out today. I'll get this area weeded. I now officially hate mint. It's prolific. It was literally bound and binded itself to bricks and concrete. I hate it. I'm never having mint again. I'm ripping it all out. I'm just exhausted. Let me show you. I think we can admit and agree that does look better. Just a normal amount of mint there. That will do. It's now time for this man to use power tools. Next thing to do is put the tomatoes out the polytunnel into the greenhouse. So yesterday, during filming, it got dark and the heavens opened. I stopped for a little bit and then it got a bit brighter, but it was getting a bit too dark and wet to film. I didn't want to damage the phone and camera. So I carried on what I was doing, didn't film any of it, and thought I'd update the day after. Let's have a look around. Good germination on the B&Q bedding plant selection. Looking forward to getting those in the garden at home. And these two rows here are a Chinese green, Bok Wong it's called. Really recommend that. Goes really nice with fish. Danny from the grapevine warned me about bringing the melons down. I've had one casualty, but I think this is from overwatering rather than the cold. I've got more melons though, Danny, don't you worry. The chilies came down from home, habanero and cayenne. I keep popping them on. The way to know whether they need potting on is lift them over, and if you can see the roots underneath, you need to pot them on. they're fine. This was the wife thinking she was hilarious. I asked her to write me a 1 jalapeno label, so she wrote 1 jalapeno label. She's got to get her fun somewhere. The ghost chili, little habanero. This one's a showstopper. Potted into a big pot now, a cayenne, and it's flowering. You can just see in there. Cucumbers, that white stuff on the leaves, nothing to worry about, just because the leaves got wet. They don't really like that, like a mildew. You can rub it off, let it run, it'll go. Grow new leaves, it's a vine plant. Already looking like some cucumbers are growing on there, which is a good sign. That's aubergine. And again, look to see if it needs potting on. Can't see any roots there, so that's okay for now. This here is called an okra, or an okra, if I'm saying it correctly. Looked like an unusual plant in the seed section of the shop, and my son wanted to have a go at that. Another ghost chili. Again, does it need potting on? Nope. Habaneros and cayenne. Scotch bonnet. Lemon drop. Another lemon drop. See how long I've been growing these? This is how long you have to start chilies from. 28th of Jan. And they're only that size. People get despondent when they grow chilies, thinking they're going nowhere fast. What they are doing is they're putting roots down. So for a long time, you'll get these small plants. Keep potting them on when you see the roots at the bottom. Then once they've got established roots, they'll then grow vertically. The tomatoes and the chilies came down also. These are 10-litre buckets. Jalapeno there, or jalapeno, I'll get told off for saying that wrong. Moneymaker tomato. Another moneymaker. Lemon drop chili. A plum Roma tomato. More moneymaker. Flowering. Scotch bonnet there in its 10-litre pot. Another Roma. And we'll say it right this time. Jalapeno. The hanging baskets. There is yellow cherry in there and some Tumbling Tom red tomatoes. Tumbling Tom red tomatoes again. There's the variety if anyone's interested. Up here we have some shop bought plug plants. But it's interesting, I've not seen them before. Chili pepper hot banana, chili pepper orange spice, purple sweet pepper, and a mixed colour sweet pepper beja. In the potting shed, the corn is growing on nicely, and I've got some more corn in the greenhouse germinating slowly. Bean germination, a bit hit and miss, but I think I've got enough of what I need there. And some more celery on the right hand side. There's some more melon. I think they'll be okay. The others were a gamble, bring them down during April, but we're getting warmer evenings now. Silver skin onion, not sure when they'll bulb up. Waiting we get a jar of pickled onions out of those. White spring onion. Pak choy, because the other one bolted. Purple pak choy. I've been told they're less likely to bolt. Basil is growing on nicely. And there's butternut squash. The greenhouse is also now home to some potted tomatoes. Let's take a look. I'm going to go up to 10 litre. on these pots. So some of these are slightly smaller than 10 litre. Final destination size will be the 10. Perfect size for me, that will be. These beetroots ready to go into the ground soon. Speaking of ground, let's have a look what's in it. The perpetual spinach finally got put in the ground after video of me saying I'm going to do it. That'll thrive now, and I could already see growth after a few days. This was the pak choy bed, pak choy bolted. Fortunately, I had some lettuce, different varieties, ready to take its place. Should always have a plan B, folks, in gardening. More leeks have gone into the ground since the last footage, but look at all those weeds. There's a reason why I suffer with a lot of weeds here, and it's not because I don't do weeding. Before anyone gives any sarcastic comment, I do try my hardest, but I'll show you now exactly why I have a weed issue. Look over my shoulder there, an abandoned plot. Does anyone else have a plot like that next to them? How on earth can I keep on top of weeds if they're literally being bred next door? Disappoints me really, and I'm sure the council would have something to say if I let my plot get like that. I'm not sure why they let plots get like that abandoned, because there's waiting lists after waiting lists. Plots. It does sadden me. And I have to fight daily of that seed coming over here, landing in my soil. Anyway, rant over. Check out this lettuce bed. It deserves a look. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Wherever I got the tip from, planting onions and lettuce together to deter the slugs, I need to thank you. I don't know who it was, I read it somewhere. Not my own material, but it works. Look at it. You've got to see the broad beans. Take a look at this. And also, making use of the space, grow a radish. Look at that. Fantastic. If you're screaming at the TV now, show us your beetroot, show us your beetroot, your wait is over. There we go. A few weeds in there, but I've already made my excuses for those. There's one of my crops of first early potatoes. You know I'm not a great labeller, so let's just guess the variety. It certainly also looks like we'll be eating peas. Flowers climbing nicely. They'd be a lot further on if the weather had been milder. I believe we're all about a month behind at least. Another array of first early potatoes growing in these 30 litre buckets, reusable, and I can take them indoors if there was a chance of a frost. I hope you've enjoyed the walk around this evening. Sorry it's been a while since I posted a video. I'm trying to get on top of the weeds, the growing, the allotment in general. Much appreciated that people are actually watching this content. It really makes it worthwhile. I will keep doing it. If you do enjoy what I'm doing here, please like and subscribe. Helps other people find it. I've been Benji. This was The Allotment. You take care.